Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Sri Lanka Foundation, Digital Film Academy, let me welcome all of you for this brief discussion with film director, producer, screenwriter. He is known for the biggest, I just read an article from Hindustan Times, he said the godfather of modern film generation. He is Mr. Anurag Kashyap. Welcome to Sri Lanka. Welcome to Sri Lanka Foundation, Digital Film Academy.
The only connection to Sri Lanka I had always was Vimukthi, because I was a big fan of Vimukthi. And I was jealous of him because he's much younger than me. And when he won the camera d'or, and what a brilliant film that was. And then second film after his I was on the jury in Venice and his film was in competition. And those are the two films I have not seen the third film yet. And we have been in touch since. He was on the sets of Girl in Yellow Boots, when him and Bilamti came on the sets, and we hung out together for a long time. For years we've been talking about collaborating. I think that time will come sooner than later. Produce a lot of independent films, and why do I produce so many offbeat movies? Is simply because I realize the more filmmakers like me are out there, there's a longevity that I'll have as a filmmaker. That's a very selfish reason. There's no other method to the madness. The only thing we all know is that yes, there's not a much wider audience for that, so we figure out a way to work backwards. We always work with minimum resources, put our films out there, and exploit everything that we can to get the films made.
How do you establish this movement in industry where these low budget films and this how you support this independent young filmmakers? How did you start with it?
I wanted to make films with non-established people, with new filmmakers, new cameraman, new crew, and I made a film which was banned. So it pushes you more.
So when you become a director, it doesn't help you because I know you're not coming from a film school background, but you have learned, you've been in Bombay for a long time, and I know the life you had spent in Bombay, and you talked about a lot. So can you talk about that period and this transition as a glamorous director right now?
It was a tough thing, but the only thing that keeps you driving is because I knew what I was doing. One thing that I learned was I had to not stop working. Even when my films were not releasing, one thing I continued to do is keep writing for other people, dialogues. I was indifferent to what I was writing for other people. There are very few filmmakers with who, when you write and collaborate, you feel like you're giving something of yourself. And their money and all those things don't come in the way. I don't have a problem with mainstream films, but I feel that our mainstream should be more international, should be more universal. Our mainstream is actually very narrow, in the sense that if you're not an Indian, you won't understand it. So what I'm making a film is also, in a way, a mainstream movie. But the language is more universal. It's being produced by 20th Century Fox. But it's a mainstream movie. It's big budgets, big stars. But it is something that people across the world can watch and can understand. I'm a little too Bollywood because my films have songs. And Bollywood thought I was too European. So you figure out, you don't understand where you stand. After a while, I stopped caring about it. So when you stop caring about it, I found my own language. And my language was, I will use music, because I love music. But I will tell my stories in a more realistic way. And somehow that has been, over a period of time, is now being accepted and they're seeing it like that.
So having you here at the Sri Lanka Foundation, we are infant as far as the Indian film industry and the Indian film schools are concerned. However, we appreciate so much of your presence here and sharing your own experience, and I catch a word from Vimukthi that you are a film school film director. You learned by doing things, and it is amazing. And congratulate your good work, and we wish you all the very best. All the very best. Thank you very much.
So I must thank Anurag in this visit to Sri Lanka, where he's making a film with a very busy schedule. No filmmaker would come like this and talk to students and inspire them. So thank you very much, Anurag, for that, and thank you very much, Vimukthi, and thank you all for being here. And we would like you to join with the Vimukthi Jayasindara Film Festival, where we will be starting again the next screening at 3 o'clock. Thank you very much.